Page 1, case number FC 22110017, case address 1825 Northeast 26th Avenue. Owner Ohanan Nicolay, Inspector Packet Casey, posted at property 21723, posted at City Hall 22823.
I'm sorry, what page is this now?
Page 1.
Good afternoon, Magistrate. Fire Inspector
Oh.
Packet Casey, with City of Fort Lauderdale Fire Marshal's Office. Here to present case number FC 22110017 at the property address 1825 Northeast 26th Ave. Property was cited in reference to NFPA 113.6.4.3.2.1. Fire extinguishers had not been serviced and tagged by a certified person or company within the past 12 months. I spoke with the owner contacted me yesterday. He recently got back into town and just got the notice. He stated that the building is going to be demolished in the next 2 to 3 weeks, and the permit application had been processed. However, he said there's still a tenant on the property. The tenant had requested extra time before moving. He said the tenant will be moving this week. By Thursday, he'll be gone. Until the property becomes vacant or demolition has started, we request 28 days for the property to come into compliance, or $100 per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Next case, page 5, Inspector Gail Williams, case number CE 2301023, case address 2026 Northeast 32nd Avenue. Owner Axio Corp. Inc., posted at property 3123, posted at City Hall 22823.
Good afternoon, Special Magistrate, Senior Inspector Gail Williams for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 2301023, address 2026 Northeast 32 Avenue. Property was cited on January 9th, 2023 for the following violations. 9-280B, there are building parts which are deteriorated and not maintained. The gutter has plants growing out of it. 18-11A, the pool at this occupied property has a green stagnant water and is not being maintained on a regular basis. In this condition, it presents a health and safety issue for the community, and that it may become a breeding ground for mosquitoes and is a public nuisance. Inspection report was posted on the property and a copy mailed to the owner listed in Broward County Property Appraisal via first-class mail. A pre-hearing inspection was conducted on March 12, 2023, and found the following violations remain: 9-280B and 18-11.A remains as depicted in the photos. The city is requesting 28 days to comply, or a daily fine of $50 per day, each violation per day thereafter.
Your Honor, I'd like to edit that request for 1811A. I'd like to ask for a $250 a day fine. That's a life safety
I
issue.
fully agree with that. Is this open by anywhere a kid could get into the property?
No, it's a fence around the property.
Okay, but there's people living here?
Yes, at the last time I went, no one answered, but yes, it's occupied.
So who swims in green water? I don't get it. Frogs, I guess. The pool looks more expensive than the house. It's a very expensive looking pool. Okay, that'll be the order.
Thank you.
Next case, also page 5, case number CE 221000862, case address 1500 West State Road 84. Owner Southland Corp., in care of Tax Department number 25420. Inspector Malika Murray, Personal Service 22723, posted at City Hall 22823. And Inspector Murray has said that this case is in full compliance.
Okay, great.
Next case, page 7. Inspector Rafael Santos, case number CE 221000287, case address 709 Southwest 14th Court, numbers 1 and 2. Owner Nicholas A. Lara, posted at property 21523, posted at City Hall 22823.
Good afternoon, Magistrate Inspector Rafael Santos for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 221000287 Address is 709 Southwest 14th Court. This property was first inspected on October 7th, 2022, and cited for the following violations: 18-12A, which is in compliance; 9-304B, the parking facilities are in disrepair with potholes and faded. An inspection report was posted on the property October 7th, 2022, and a copy was mailed to the owner on BCPA. A pre-hearing inspection was conducted on March 12th, 2022, and the violation remains as depicted on the photos. The city is requesting 35 days to comply and a daily fine of $50 thereafter.
So ordered.
Next case, also page 7, Inspector Rafael Santos, case number CE 221000290, case address 713 Southwest 14th Court, numbers 1 and 2, owner Nicholas A. Lara, posted at property 21523, posted at City Hall 22823.
Inspector Rafael Santos for the City of Fort Lauderdale, presenting case CE 221000290. Address is 713 Southwest 14th Court. This property was first inspected on October 7th, 2022, and cited for the following violations: 18-12A, which did come into compliance; 9-304B, the parking facilities are in disrepair with potholes and faded. An inspection report was posted on October 7th, 2022, on the property, and a copy was sent to the owner on BCPA. A pre-hearing inspection was conducted on March 12th, 2022. The violations remain as depicted on the photos. The city is requesting 35 days to comply and a daily fine of $50 thereafter.
So ordered.
Thank you, sir.
Next case, page 8, Inspector Karen Proto, case number CE 221100298, case address 1741 Northwest 25th Terrace, owner Katie B. Robinson Estates, in care of Shaik M. Scott, posted at property 21323, posted at City Hall 22823.
Inspector Proto for the City of Fort Lauderdale, case number CE 221100298, property address 1741 Northwest 25th Terrace. The property was inspected on 11/4/22, and the following violations were observed: 9-278E complied, 18-4C complied, 9-306 complied, 9-304B, there are vehicles and a barbecue trailer parked on the grass area. The driveway apron is not well graded and has cracks and potholes and needs to be resurfaced. 9-305B, the landscape at the property is not being maintained in a neat, well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover, including the swell area. 9-305A has complied. 24-27B withdrawn. 9-313.A complied. An inspection report was posted on 11/14/22. A reinspection of the property was done on 11/29, and violations remain. Notice of hearing was posted 2/13/23. As of pre-hearing inspection on 3/12/23, the violations remain as depicted in the photos. The city is requesting 28 days or $25 a day for each violation.
So ordered.
Next case, page 10, Inspector Karen Proto, case number CE 221200347, case address 3021 Northwest 19th Street, owner R. Darfa LLC, in care of Family Dollar, Attention Leasing, Accounting Street number 30486, posted at property 21323, posted at City Hall 22823.
Inspector Proto for the City of Fort Lauderdale, case and address is read into the records. The property was inspected on 12/19, and the following violations were observed. 9-306, the exterior building walls have not been maintained. There are areas of the exterior that have stained and missing peeling paint. 47-20.20.H, the parking facilities are not maintained on the property. The property has dirt and oil stains, and the parking lot needs to be resurfaced and restriped. 9-280H1, the wooden fence on the property is in disrepair and not being maintained. The wood fence adjacent to the dumpster is broken and has missing slats. BCC 39-275, subsection 8, subsection F, the dumpster is not being maintained. The dumpster at this Family Dollar store is overflowing with trash and debris, including the outside area. This is a repeat violation of case number CE 18090093. This case is being presented before Special Magistrate seeking finding of fact whether the violation complies or not prior to this hearing date. Violation BCC-39-79A, there is landscaping that's not properly maintained at this dollar store. There are bushes and hedges that are overgrown, encroaching parts of the parking lot and right-of-way. This is a repeat violation of case number CE 18090093. This case is being presented in front of Special Magistrate, seeking finding of fact whether the violation complies prior to this hearing date. An inspection report was posted at the property on 12/19/22. I re-inspected the property on 1/18, and the violations remain. A notice of hearing was posted on 2/13/23. As of pre-hearing inspection on 3/12/23, the violations remain as depicted in the photos. The city is requesting 28 days or $250 a day for each violation thereafter.
So ordered.
Next case, page 11, Inspector Karen Proto, case number CE 22110429, case address 2201 Northwest 29th Terrace, owner L. Lockhart Jr. and Johnny M. Lockhart, posted at property 22223, posted at City Hall 22823.
Inspector Proto for the City of Fort Lauderdale, case and address is read into the records. The property was inspected on 11/20/22, and the following violations were observed. BCZ-39-275, subsection 6, subsection B, non-permitted land use in this RS5 zoning district. There is unroofed outdoor storage. There is a couch being stored in the front of the property. 9-306, the exterior building walls have not been maintained. There are areas of the exterior that have stained and missing and faded paint. 9-305B, the landscape on the property is not being maintained in a well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover, including the swell area. An inspection report was posted on 11/20/22. I re-inspected the property on 12/4/22, and the violations remain. A 30-day extension was granted. A notice of hearing was posted on 2/22/23. As of pre-hearing inspection on 3/20/23, the violation remains as depicted in the photos. The city is requesting 28 days or $50 a day thereafter for each violation.
So there's no lawn there at all.
I'm sorry?
There's no lawn there at all, right?
No, no.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So ordered.
Next case, also page 11, Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr., case number CE 22110368, case address 644 Northwest 15th Terrace, owner Quan Chi Ching, posted at property 22323, posted at City Hall 22823.
Good afternoon, Inspector Quintero Jr. presenting on behalf of the city. Case and address as read. This property was first inspected on November 16, 2022, and the following violations were observed. 9-306 is complied. 9-304B, the gravel driveway parking area on this property is not being maintained. The surface has growth of weeds and is not well graded or level. Inspection report mailed out to the owner listed on BCPA records on 11/16/22. Pre-hearing inspection conducted on 3/7/23, and the violation remains with no change. There has been no contact with anyone representing the property. City is requesting 28 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
So ordered.
Next case, page 12, Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr., case number CE 22110345, case address 615 Northwest 10th Terrace, owner Real Estate International Investments and Development, in care of Grisels Rossini, posted at property 21323, posted at City Hall 22823.
Inspector Quintero Jr. on behalf of the city, case and address as read. This property was first inspected on 11/16/22, and the following violations were observed. 47-20.20.H is complied. 18-12A is complied. 9-306 is complied. 9-305A is complied. 9-280H1, the wood fence to the south side of this property is in disrepair and is not being maintained as required. There's a section which is leaning and not secured. Inspection report mailed out to the owner listed on BCPA records on 11/16/22. Pre-hearing inspection conducted on 3/7/23, and the violation remains with no change. There has also been no contact with anyone representing this property. City is requesting 28 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
So ordered.
Next case, also page 12, Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr., case number CE 22110387, case address 629 Northwest 13th Terrace, owner Cascade Funding Mortgage Trust in care of PHH Mortgage Corp., posted at property 22823, posted at City Hall 22823.
Inspector Quintero Jr. presented on behalf of the city, case and address as read. This property was first inspected on 11/17/22, and the following violations were observed. 9-306, the exterior building walls have not been maintained. There are areas of the exterior that have stains and missing peeling paint. 18-12A is complied. Inspection report mailed out to the owner listed on BCPA records on 11/17/22. Pre-hearing inspection conducted on 3/7/23, and the violation remains with no change. There has been no contact with anyone representing the property. City is requesting 28 days to come into compliance or a fine of $50 a day thereafter.
So ordered.
Next case, page 13, Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr., case number CE 220600843, case address 820 Northwest 19 Terrace, owner Barrage 526 LLC, posted at property 2123, posted at City Hall 22823.
Inspector Quintero Jr. presented on behalf of the city, case and address as read. This property was first inspected on 7/1/22, and the following violations were observed. 47-34.1.A.1 is complied. 9-308B is complied. 9-306 is complied. However, it is a recurrent violation, so I'm going to read the verbiage. The exterior building walls have not been maintained, including fascia and soffits. There are areas of the exterior that have stains and missing peeling paint. This is a recurring violation of case number CE 1905-1948. This case will be presented to the special magistrate seeking a finding of fact whether or not the violation complies prior to the hearing date. 9-305B, the landscape at this property and swell is not being maintained and needing well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover. This is a recurrent violation of case number CE 1905-1948. 9-304B, the concrete asphalt driveway at this property is not being maintained. The surface is stained with dirt and the paint is faded or missing. This is a recurring violation of case number CE 1905-1948. 9-280H1 is complied. 18-12A, there is overgrowth, trash, rubbish, litter, and debris on this property and/or its swale. This is a recurring violation of case number CE 1905-1948. All violations are in compliance on the property. We're
good.
seeking a finding of fact due to the recurring nature of the violations, and that they did exist. So moving forward, there would be repeat violations.
So entered.
Thank you.
Next case, page 17, Inspector Bernstein Sandberg, case number CE 221000965, case address 2216 Northwest 6th Street, owner Astor of India Corp., posted at property 223, posted at City Hall 22823.
Inspector Bernstein, City of Lauderdale Community Enhancement, case number and property address as read. This property was first inspected on October 27, 2022. The following violations were observed. 6-5, there are chickens and/or roosters on this vacant lot, which is not allowed at this NWRAC-MUW zoning. A pre-hearing inspection on 3/8/2023 revealed the violation stated is not in compliance. I would like to enter the photos as evidence that show violations as depicted. The city is requesting 14 days to comply or a fine of $100 per day per violation, and the owner have not reached out to the city as of yet.
It looks like Key West. What's the recommended fine?
$100 per day, 14 days to comply.
Plus all the chickens you can eat, right? No roosters. Don't eat roosters. Man, that's a lot of chickens. Yeah, that's a lot of dark black chickens there, hanging out with red roofs. Okay, so ordered.
Next case, also page 17, Inspector Bernstein Sandberg, case number CE 221200308, case address 729 Northwest 1st Street, owner Mar Holding, Inc., posted at property 121323, posted at City Hall 22823.
Bernstein Sandberg, City of Lauderdale Community Enhancement, case number and property address as read. Property was inspected on October 27, 2022 for the following violations. 9-306, graffiti has been painted on this exterior west wall on the fence of this occupied commercial building. A pre-hearing inspection revealed the violation stated is not in compliance. I would like to enter the photos as evidence that shows violations as depicted. I have contacted and spoke to the property owner. He is aware, but he is stating other reason as it's not his doings. And I explained to him that he has to repaint the building, and he's aware that the case is being heard. The city is requesting 10 days to comply or $100 per day.
So ordered.
Next case, page 18, Inspector Bernstein Seinberg, case number CE 22120157, case address 820 Northwest 3rd Street, owner Tulin Sinogli and Aaron Single and all others, posted at property 22223, posted at City Hall 22823.
Bernstein Sandberg, City of Lauderdale Community Enhancement, case number and property address as read. This property was inspected on December 6, 2022 for the following violations. 1812A, overgrowth, trash, debris on this property and swell. 9-305B, the landscape at this property is not being maintained in a well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead or missing ground cover, including the swell. Pre-hearing inspection revealed a violation stated is not in compliance. I would like to enter the photos as evidence that show violation is depicted. I have been in contact with the owner probably 3 days ago. He is aware of the violation, and the case is being read here at the magistrate. He said he's going to get it done within the 10 days that I told him. So the city is requesting 14 days, $100 per day.
So ordered.
Next case, also page 18, Inspector Gustavo Caracas, case number CE 22120129, case address 316 Northeast 4th Street, owner Dependable Equities LLC, posted at property 2823, posted at City Hall 22823.
Good afternoon, Magistrate. Gus Caracas for the City of Fort Lauderdale, Code Compliance Inspector, presenting case number CE 22120129 for the property located at 316 Northeast 4th Street. Inspection of the property was performed on December 5th, 2022, and cited for the following violation. 9-306. The exterior building walls have not been maintained. Structural parts, including fascia and soffits, are in disrepair. There are areas of the exterior that have stains and missing peeling paint. The exterior walls of the building needs to be painted. Courtesy notice was mailed to the property owner listed on BCPA via first class mail on December 5th, 2022, allowing 15 days to come into compliance. Contact has not been made with the property owner. Special magistrate request form sent on December 29th for today's special master. Pre-hearing inspection was done on March 9th of 2023, and the pictures presented here were taken to confirm the following violations have not been brought into compliance. City's requesting the following: 10 days to come into compliance for 9-306, or a daily fine of $100 for the violation that exists. I would like to submit the photos for record and evidence.
Do you think 10 days is enough to get it painted?
He's had some time.
Okay.
And this is not his first time either with one of these as well.
So ordered.
Thank you, sir.
Next case, page 22, Inspector Gustavo Caracas, case number CE 22110196, case address 800 Southeast 3rd Avenue, owner 3rd Avenue Condo Association of Fort Lauderdale, Inc. This is a stipulated agreement posted at City Hall 22823. You want me to read the violations? The violation 47-21.1.11.A, 63 days at $50 per day.
All right.
It's a stipulated agreement. Yes, sir.
All right. Confirm the fine, right? Confirm the fine, is that what it says? Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
So
Next
ordered.
case, page 24, Inspector Diego Santos, case number CE 22100155, case address 2429 Davie Boulevard, owner CCS Real Estate Investments LLC, posted at property 3123, posted at City Hall 22823.
Good afternoon, Your Magistrate. Inspector Diego Santos, representing the City of Fort Lauderdale. Case number and address as read. So on November 3rd, 2022, I inspected the property, and that's the violations I observed. 18-1 was complied. 9-306, exterior maintenance. The exterior building walls has not been maintained. Structural parts, including fascia, soffits, are in disrepair. There are areas of the exterior that have stains and missing peeling paint. 9-307B complied. 47-226F, signs on, to be in good repair. The storefront signs are cracked, broken, and in the corner and faded. 47-2020H complied. As for March 12, 2023, the property remains in violation, as predicted in the photos. I being actually in contact with the property owner. He evicted a person that was, the store that was there before, and he agreed that he was gonna have everything fixed. So at the time, the city is requesting 35 days for the property owner to come into compliance or face a fine of $50 per day per violation thereafter.
So ordered.
Next case, page 25, Inspector Diego Santos, case number CE 22110235, case address 1017 Southwest 22nd Avenue. Owner, Ronaldo J. Crespo, Richard Anthony Crespo, posted at property 3123, posted at City Hall 22823.
Inspector Diego Santos, representing the city of Fort Lauderdale, case as read. On November 21st, I inspected the property and the following violations were observed. 18-4C, derelict vehicle. There's a derelict vehicle on the property, a black Chevy, license plate GQQM43, expiration 5/21st, May 21st. 18-12A complied. 9-304B, driveway maintenance and parking on the lawn. There's a vehicle parking on the lawn, grass area, and also a white Chevy truck. The driveway gravel entry is missing gravel and weeds are growing through it. 9-305B, the landscape maintenance. The landscape of this property is not being maintained in a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover in the front of the property. 9-306, exterior maintenance. The exterior building as well has not been maintained. Structural parts, including fascia, softs, are in disrepair. There are areas of the exterior that have stains and missing peeling paint. As March 12th, the property remains in violation as predicted by the photos. So at this time, the city is requesting 10 days to come to compliance for violation 18-4, derelict vehicle, and 35 days for the property owner to come into compliance for the rest of the violations, $25 per violation per day thereafter.
So ordered.
Next case, page 27, Inspector Diego Santos, case number CE 22110588, case address 2890 Davie Boulevard. Owner Sylvia Mitchell, posted at property 3123, posted at City Hall 22823.
Inspector Diego Santos, represented the city of Fort Lauderdale, case as read. On November 28, 2022, I inspected the property, and that's the violations I observed. 18-4C, derelict vehicle. There's a derelict vehicle, a white Lincoln license plate HQZQ16, expiration May 19. And there's a no trespassing sign on the fence. That's why we were not able to get the car towed. There's a 9-304B complied. 9-305B, landscape maintenance. The landscape of this property is not being maintained in a neat and well-kept appearance. There are areas of dead and missing ground cover in several spots throughout the property. 9-306 complied. 9-280H1, the fence, the wood fences around this property is in disrepair and is not being maintained as required. It is rodent leaning towards the ground. As March 12, 2023, the violations still remain as predicted in the photos. At this time, the city is requesting 10 days for violation 18-4C to remove the derelict vehicle from the property or get a new license plate. And for the rest of the violations, the city is requesting 35 days to come into compliance or $25 per day per violation thereafter.
So ordered.
Next case, page 29, Inspector Pat Gavin, case number CE 23010735, case address 9 Fiesta Way, owner Kearns Family Trust, Hubie Kearns and Sandra Kearns, trustee. This case was cited 13123 to comply by 2123. One section complied at $200 per day, $1,400 accrued. City is requesting the full amount. Appeal deadline 2/15/23. Citation appeal received.
So, Your Honor, this one bears just a little bit of explanation. This case, there was an appeal that was timely received by the city. They did not appear at the last agenda to, have their appeal heard. No?
This is the first time it's been on for an appeal.
Oh,
Yeah, but this is in the appeal section, so they did not appear today. So do we still impose today?
oh, okay, I thought yes. Okay, so yes, it would, even though this is the first time it's been heard, it would be the city's suggestion, Your Honor, that you deny the appeal and impose the fines. And obviously, if the appellant comes back with some special circumstances indicating an emergency or why they were otherwise unable to attend the hearing, then certainly Your Honor could entertain that at a subsequent hearing. But it would be the city's request to deny the appeal and impose the fines.
What she said.
Okay, thank you.
Her Honor.
Next case, Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr., case number CE 230200295. No? That's it? Okay. Perfect. Next case, page 30. Inspector Leonard Champagne, case number CE 221100414, case address 6711 Northwest 22nd Terrace. Owner Kimberly Fitch. This case was cited 11/22/22 to comply by 12/7/22. One section complied at $200 per day, $800 accrued. City is requesting full amount. Appeal deadline 12/7/22. No appeal received. This is an order to vacate order imposing fine of $126.23 and reimpose.
Okay, so ordered.
Next case, Inspector Leonard Champagne, case number CE 221200404, case address 4610 Northeast 18th Avenue. Owner Laura Fletches, Bjorn Vandemuelbrock, case cited 12/19/22 to comply by 1/3/22/23. One section complied at $200 per day, $1,800 accrued. City's requesting the full amount. Appeal deadline 12/16/22. Citation appeal received.
So, Your Honor, for the record, this is the other case, so I apologize. I was confused. This was the case that, where the property owner did timely appeal, did not appear at the hearing for the appeal. So we had to we didn't ask for that relief at that time. So we're having to bring it back to ask that the appeal be denied and the fines be imposed. And again, the property owner is still not here today.
What she said ditto.
Ditto.
Thank you. Thank you.
Case number CE 23010021, case address 1418 Northeast 53rd Court, owner FL 2-Day Inc., Inspector Leonard Champagne. This case is being rescheduled.
Okay.
Page 31, case number CE 2211021, case address 1220 Northeast 16th Avenue, owner Sharon Family Trust, Norman Sharon trustee, Inspector Leonard Champagne. This is an order to vacate order imposing fine of $126.23 and close.
So ordered.
Next case, case number CE 2301041, case address 201 Northeast 16th Avenue, owner Edward DeLuca, Inspector Leonard Champagne. This case was cited 1/18/23 to comply by 2/2/23. One section complied at $200 per day, $1,000 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount. Appeal deadline was 2/2/23 and no appeal was received.
So ordered.
Case number CE 230103777, case address 401 North Birch Road, number 811, owner Fort Tiger Corp., Inspector Pat Gavin. This case was cited 1/12/23 to comply by 1/27/23. One section complied at $200 per day, $600 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount. Appeal deadline 1/27/23, no appeal received.
So ordered.
Page 32, case number CE 2301037, case address 840 Northeast 17th Avenue, owner VP Northeast 17th Avenue LLC, Inspector Pat Gavin. This case was cited 11123 to comply by 11123. One section complied at $400 per day, $14,000 accrued. City is requesting the full amount. Appeal deadline 12623. No appeal received.
So ordered.
Case number CE 23010340, case address 1702 Northeast 9th Street, owner VP Northeast 17th Avenue LLC, Inspector Pat Gavin. This case was cited 11123 to comply by 11123. One section complied at $400 per day, $14,000 accrued. City is requesting full amount. Appeal deadline 12623. No appeal received.
So ordered.
Case number CE 23010372, owner 840, case address 840 Northeast 17th Way, owner Fiduci Family Sharon, Norman Sharon. This case was cited 11223 to comply by 11323. One section complied at $200 per day, $4,000 accrued. City is requesting full amount. Appeal deadline 12723. No appeal received.
And so ordered.
Page 33, case number CE 23010657, case address 625 Northeast 15th Avenue, owner Adam Fowler and Erica Fowler. Inspector Pat Gavin, case cited 12423 to comply by 12523. One section complied at $200 per day, $2,200 accrued. City is requesting full amount. Appeal deadline was 2823 and no appeal was received.
And so ordered.
Case number FC 21110010, case address 817 Northwest 57th Street, owner Carter Property Enterprises, Inc., Inspector Pat Casey. This case was first heard 12722 to comply by 22422. There are several suspensions noted on the agenda. Two sections complied at $100 per day, $12,600 accrued. City is requesting no fines.
What's that mean? Okay, so ordered.
Case number CE 22120183, case address 1490 West State Road 84, owner Port Everglades Service Station LLC, Inspector Malika Murray. This case was cited 1423 to comply by 11423. Two sections complied at $200 per day, $15,600 accrued. City is requesting full amount. Appeal deadline was 11923 and no appeal was received.
So ordered.
Page 34, case number CE 22090765, case address 1116 Northeast 15th Avenue, numbers 1 and 2, owner Christopher Coles, Alex Cohen, and Evan Tabor. This case was first heard 11123 to comply by 2123. One section complied at $50 per day, $650 accrued. City is requesting the full amount.
So ordered.
Case number, page 35, case number CE 23010302, case address 1429 Southwest 9th Street, owner Riverside Breezes Condo Association, Inc., Inspector Dorian Cologne. This case was cited 11023 to comply by 11323. One section not complied at $150 per day, $9,000 accrued. City is requesting full amount. Fines continue to accrue. Appeal deadline 12523 and no appeal received.
So ordered.
Page 37, case number CE 22070335, case address 408 Northwest 14th Way, owner FYR SFR Borrower LLC, in care of Havenbrook Homes. Inspector Wilson Quintero Jr. This case was first heard 11123 to comply by 2823. Five sections not complied at $250 per day, $42,500 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount, and the fines continue to accrue.
So ordered.
Page 38, case number CE 22080780, case address 2488 Southwest 6th Court. Owner Dagobert Schmalhaus, Andre Bulak, Inspector Diego Santos. This case was first heard 11/9/22 to comply by 11/22 and 12/14/22. One section complied at $25 per day, $550 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount.
So ordered.
Page 39, case number CE 22090362, case address 2540 Northwest 19th Street, owner Divine Touch Investments, Inc., Inspector Karen Proto. This case was first heard 1/11/23 to comply by 2/8/23. 3 sections not complied at $100 per day, $10,200 accrued. The city is requesting the full amount, and the fines continue to accrue.
And so ordered.
Page 41, case number CE 22060450, case address 400 Northwest 15th Avenue, owner Melinda Ann Fed, Elliot Nat Fed, Inspector Bovary Exantis. This is in order to vacate order imposing fine of $126.23 and close.
So ordered.
The city is requesting to enter pages 47 and 48 into today's hearing as an exhibit. It is the city's list of complied, closed, withdrawn, and rescheduled cases.
Okay, accepted.
This concludes dispatcher magistrate hearing for March 14th, 2023.